This is Eureka Math. We are in Module 5. This is Lesson 19, and we're continuing with shapes. We've talked about, yesterday we did rectangles and rhombuses. The day before that we did, what did we do the day before that? Parallelograms, and the day before that, trapezoids. So today we're going to talk about kites and squares. Okay, kites and squares. So let's just talk about the attributes of those two really quickly. Okay, and here we go. A square, right, is a rhombus with 4 right angles and is a rectangle with 4 equal sides. So 4 right angles and 4 equal sides. Those are the rules for a square. Okay, it's a rhombus because it has 4 right angles, and it's a rectangle because it has 4 equal sides. Okay. I'm sorry. It's a rhombus because it has 4 equal sides, and it's a rectangle because it has 4 right angles. I messed that up. A kite is a quadrilateral in which 2 consecutive sides have equal length. Okay, which means that the remaining 2 sides also have equal length. So if I do this and this, I need to make sure that this side and this side have the same length. And then I can do anything I want with this side as long as it's equal. So this one is equal to this one, and this one is equal to this one. Usually when you think of a kite, you think of something like that, right? And then, you know, it's on a string and you're flying it, okay? So as long as this side and this side are equal and this side and this side are equal, that's a kite, okay? Quadrilateral, 4 sides. The angles can be anything they want. All right, so a kite is a little bit different. Okay, let's go to our Learn book. Write your name. Draw the figures in the box with the attributes listed. If your figure has more than one name, write it in the box. Okay. If your figure has more than one name, write it in the box. That's a little extra today, so don't forget that step. A rhombus with 2 right angles. Well, what are the rules for a rhombus? A rhombus has to have all 4 sides equal and all 4 sides parallel to each other, or 2 sets of parallel lines, right? Please use a ruler and measure. So this side is equal to that side, this side is equal to that side, and there are 2 sets of parallel lines. But if it has to have 2 right angles, that means it's going to have 4 right angles. And that's not just a rhombus, that is also a square. And it's also a rectangle. Okay. A kite with all sides equal. Okay. So a kite, we said, has to have this side has to be equal to that side. And this side has to be equal to this side. Ooh, please use your rulers, my friends. Yeah, okay. All right, so if this line is equal to that and that line's equal to that, that is a kite with all sides equal. That is also known as a rhombus, right? A kite with 4 right angles. A kite with 4 right angles. Okay, so if those 2 are equal, and these 2 are equal, that is also known as a square, or a rectangle, or a rhombus, okay, or a parallelogram, okay. Kite with 2 pairs of adjacent sides equal. The pairs are not equal to each other. Okay, so Please measure, make sure that their sides are equal. Okay, and that's just a kite. We could also call that a parallelogram, or not a parallelogram, sorry, a quadrilateral. Okay, measure the angles of the figures with your protractor and record the measurements on the figures. Please use your protractor. Okay, 90 degrees, 90 degrees, 90 degrees, 90 degrees, because they are right angles. A kite with all four sides equal. Well, this is an acute, and this is an obtuse, so this is going to be probably 100 degrees. And if that's 100 degrees, that one's going to be 80 degrees. And then this is also 100 degrees, and then this is 80 degrees. Yours may be different. Please use your tools. A kite with four right angles is 90 degrees, 90 degrees, 90 degrees, and 90 degrees. A kite with two pairs of adjacent sides equal. Okay. These are not going to be the same. This one is going to be the same as that one. Let me see. Let's see, that would be 120 degrees. And this one, it's going to be 100 degrees. And then, let's see, 340, this one would be 40 degrees. Okay? All right. Be careful when you're measuring the angles of a kite because they're not opposites like we have been working with. Okay, so use a marker or crayon to circle pairs of angles that are equal in measure inside each finger. Notice they didn't say 180 degrees because they know they have that kite in there. Use a different color for each pair. Okay, so this is 180 degrees. This is 180 degrees. I'm sorry. What did it say? To circle pairs of angles that are equal in measure. Equal in measure. So 90, 90, 90, 90. We could do that this way too if we wanted, or this way if we wanted. Okay. Here, equal in measure, 80 and 80. And 100 and 100. Here's the same. We could do it this way, or this way, or this way, or this way, or diagonally if you want. And here we only have two angles that are the same. Okay? And list the properties shared by all of the squares that you worked with today. All of the squares. So, what did we say the properties were? 4 right angles and 4 equal sides. Okay. List the properties shared by all the kites that you worked with today. Well, what did we say about kites? Okay, 2 consecutive sides of equal length. That means consecutive means that they have to be touching, okay? So 2 sets of consecutive, that means next to each other. Consecutive, I think I'm spelling that wrong. Consecutive sides that are equal in length. Okay. When can a rhombus also be called a square? When it has 90-degree angles. Okay. When can a kite also be called a square? Also, when it has 90-degree angles and all four sides are equal. When can a trapezoid be called a kite? So here's a trapezoid. Remember we said it has to have at least one set of parallel lines. So this is parallel and this is parallel. So a kite, it could be called a kite as long as it has one set of parallel lines. And a kite has to have equal sides, all right? Which would mean, okay, if that's equal to that, and this is equal to that, that's a kite. And as long as it has one set of parallel lines, it is a trapezoid. So secutive, spelling today, VE, sides of equal length. Okay, great, there you go. And here's your homework, properties of a kite, parallelogram, rhombus. Oh, this is going to be fun. Number 4 looks fun. Okay. And, you know, geometry was always my favorite when I was a kid. I really liked thinking about shapes in my head. Here's your exit ticket. List the property that must be present to call a rectangle a square. And number 2, excluding rhombuses and squares, explain the difference between parallelograms and kites. Okay. Alrighty. Have a great day.